There is something that terrifies Satan. Not your loud prayers. Not your perfect church attendance. Not even your biblical knowledge. But something far more dangerous. Something that makes hell tremble. The blood of Jesus. Why? Because it's not just a symbol. It is a weapon. A shield. A cleansing flood. It is the one thing Satan cannot stand against. And yet, most believers don't even understand its power. So let me ask you, do you know what you carry when you plead the blood over your life? Do you know why Satan flees when you declare it? By the end of this video, you will. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, you're going to discover why Satan fears the blood of Jesus over your life, and how to use it like a weapon of war. Let's start with a mystery that confuses many Christians. Why is blood something so messy, so physical, so vital in the spiritual realm? Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 24 says, "And to Jesus the mediator of the new covenant, and to the blood of sprinkling, that speaketh better things than that of Abel." Yes, the blood speaks. Not of revenge, like Abel's, but of redemption, mercy, and justice fully satisfied. And when the blood speaks, Satan shuts up, because there's no accusation that can override it. Satan's favorite weapon is guilt. He whispers, "God can't use you. Look at what you did. You're dirty." But the blood of Jesus silences shame. 1 John chapter 1 and verse 7 says, "But if we walk in the light, as he is in the light, we have fellowship one with another, and the blood of Jesus Christ his Son cleanseth us from all sin." Did you catch that? All sin. Not some. Not just the minor stuff. All. And that's terrifying for Satan. Because when you are clean, you are dangerous. Go back to Egypt. Before the first Passover, what did God command? Put the blood of a lamb on the doorposts. Exodus chapter 12 and verse 13. "And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you." Death couldn't enter where the blood covered. And that's still true today. When you cover your home, your children, your future with the blood, demonic forces must pass over. The blood is your spiritual firewall. In the Old Testament, only the high priest could enter God's presence once a year. But the blood of Jesus tore that curtain. Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 19. "Having therefore, brethren, boldness to enter into the holiest by the blood of Jesus." Do you understand the privilege in that? The devil doesn't want you approaching God boldly. Because when you stand in God's presence, you are unstoppable. And it is the blood that opened that door. Satan is the accuser. He stands before God trying to bring up your past. But Romans chapter 5 and verse 9 declares, "Much more then, being now justified by his blood, we shall be saved from wrath through him." Justified means, just as if you never sinned. You're not just forgiven, you are declared righteous. That's what scares the enemy. He can't drag you to hell with false charges when the blood has made you innocent. Let's make this plain. The blood is not just a defense, it is a weapon. Revelation chapter 12 and verse 11. "And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony." They didn't just survive Satan, they overcame him. That means every time you declare the blood over your life, you are reminding the devil of his defeat. He lost the moment Jesus bled. Redemption means to buy back what was stolen. Ephesians chapter 1 and verse 7 says, "In whom we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sins, according to the riches of his grace." The blood of Jesus didn't just rescue you from sin. It purchased your freedom, your calling, your inheritance. And Satan hates that you now belong to Jesus, because that means he can never own you again. One of Satan's tools is confusion, anxiety, and torment. But listen to this. Colossians chapter 1 and verse 20 says, "And having made peace through the blood of his cross, by him to reconcile all things unto himself." Peace, not by your own strength. Peace, not from temporary relief, but peace through the blood. That's why Satan fights your mind so hard, because he knows the blood brings calm where there once was chaos. To be sanctified means to be set apart, made holy. Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 12. Wherefore Jesus also, that he might sanctify the people with his own blood, suffered without the gate. You are not just saved. You are set apart for something greater. The blood has marked you. Hell knows your name and trembles. Because when a believer understands they're sanctified, they stop living in compromise and start living in power. Finally, the blood of Jesus isn't just your covering. It's your testimony. Every healed wound, every past addiction, every restored relationship becomes a declaration of the power of the cross. That's why Satan fears your story. Because the blood doesn't just cleanse your past, it turns it into a weapon. Friend, now you know why Satan fears the blood of Jesus over your life. Because the blood speaks louder than his lies, cleanses your deepest shame, protects what matters most, gives you access to God, justifies and redeems you, conquers hell itself, and transforms your scars into weapons of glory. So don't just believe in the blood. Use it. Declare it. Plead it. Cover your home with it. Pray over your children with it. Speak it over your mind, your body, your purpose. Because when Satan sees the blood, he knows he's already lost. If this message has opened your eyes to the power of the blood of Jesus, let me know in the comments and say, I plead the blood over my life. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video, because someone you love needs to understand the power they have. And until next time, walk in victory, because the blood has already made you free.